Hey folks, hope you're good out there. Thought I'd do another one of these vlogs and talk about what I'm doing at the moment, working on stuff we've got coming up for the channel, whatever. So I've just finished lesson prep, so I'm just kind of getting some playing done today, maybe before a little bit of lunch. Normally what I do is, before doing any exercises and things, sometimes I can be a little bit undisciplined, I have to say, but I'll normally just put on music. I'm already having music playing pretty much if I'm doing lesson prep, and then I'll just grab the guitar and jam along. So it could literally be anything comes on. If I'm on a shuffle, from like drum and bass to good or swat. Some Evergrey playing at the moment. Really digging Evergrey at the moment. And basically, I would just sit there and work out the chords. What's happening with the chords?
The absence of light seems like abstinence. My sense of safety,
and then maybe just gonna play along chords, maybe. Maybe jam along with little things like that. Those melodies running, just basically it's just a way of jamming along. But it's actually really good for your ear as well. It's something I neglected when I was first starting playing. I'm considering doing a video. I mean, there's loads of videos like this, but kind of things that every beginner should learn type thing. But working on your ear is definitely something I wish I'd done a lot earlier on. Because I grew up in the generation of your Cherry Lane tab books and things, Satch and Vi and everything. So it was very easy just to go to the library or just get a book with the songs transcribed, occasionally accurately. So so I'm just gonna do that before kind of working on anything. I hope you guys checked out the latest MasterThatRiff actually. The Paul Gilbert classic, 30 years old. Here we go, back, sorry, just one of my boys came to the door there. So check out the latest MasterThatRiff. I was using the Blue Saraceno RGZ for that. Which is a really, really great. I was jamming a lot with it yesterday. Let me grab it actually. There you go. This is a great guitar. I got this sort of for sale in Italy. I've got a Master That Gear video on it actually. I'll put the link somewhere and you can go and check it out. But it was because I wanted to, it's a basswood body, Japanese made, 90s, super strat vibes. It's a great guitar. But I went and grabbed this for doing green tinted, just because it just felt a little bit more comfortable to play on this, a bit Ibanez RG like, I guess, or PGM model if you want to be specific with Paul Gilbert. But the guitar's actually, it's getting on to be an old guitar now. In fact, I think it is 30 years this year. I think this is a 91, isn't it? But I don't know, these Yamaha pickups that were voiced, whatever, but they have a really cool kind of sound to them. So it has a real soul to it, this guitar, I feel. Definitely, it looks a bit more kind of pointy headstock shred fest, but it has a real kind of, it's kind of bluesy kind of quality to it. So yeah, so check out the latest MasterThatRiff if you want to learn some Paul Gilbert tapping. So now that I've getting some warm up. Let me show you exercise, a little warm up I like to do actually. As I said, I've been one of the things I really struggle with playing the guitar is alternate picking. Really, I do a lot of economy picking, all that sort of stuff. I can start with upstrokes, so things where I'm doing that kind of down up or string cross thing, I feel really, really awkward. So one of the little warm ups, which I think I probably nicked from like John Petrucci or someone, is just taking little triads in the top 3 strings. So what I'm playing here is basically this little A minor triad, playing 12 in the high E, 10 in the B, 9 in the G string, and then 10 in the B. So it's like 4 notes, and I'm alternate picking that, so I'm doing down, up, down, up. So down in the, get a little bit of kind of inside picking there, then an outside pick. Yeah. Then I change the top note, so it's 8th fret with that high E string, and then 10 in the B, 9 in the G, 10 in the B again. Yeah, and I'm alternating between those two top starting notes. And I'm trying to, I mean, the thing that I think is key for a lot of this cross-picking stuff is very, very loose wrist. Sometimes, you know, it's not all from the wrist. I think there's a little bit of movement here as well. So it's like almost kind of trying to get this halfway house between wrist movement and kind of strumming movement. So I'll try and work on that to try and get it. As I said, you know, I find it really, really awkward though. And then you can just move it about the place. You know, you can go down, play a little major triad, like a G major, F major, put that wee neoclassical twist on and play your E major. Yeah, so it's a little exercise like that. It's a good little warm up. You can start from the G string if you want. It doesn't really make a difference. You're still doing like a starting on an outside and doing an inside here, but it just might feel a little bit different. Yeah, and I try and work in the accuracy. I hit the D string there, missed a note there. You know, it's that sort of thing. It's a warm up. You know, gets your kind of fingers going basically. So yeah, you could try that. So hopefully I'll have another MasterThatRiff done this week or Friday. It should be a rather straightforward one. I've also might do it. I kind of set myself a challenge of maybe learning Fuzz Universe by Paul Gilbert, which is a hell of a tune. So we'll see how that goes. But it's a good it's a long tune for a start, but it's got loads and loads of picking chops required for it, you know, Paul Gilbert style. And as usual, I'm trying to work on my Celtic acoustic guitar repertoire thing, which I think I've learned maybe 3 songs in like 10 years. But basically, I've always had this idea of doing lots of kind of Celtic guitar, kind of fingerstyle pieces. And I've always got these, I've got this list, you know, tunes to kind of learn. I've worked through some of them, you know. So working on that as well, basically. So let me know what you guys are working on. It'd be cool to hear. You know, it gives me ideas for lessons as well, I guess, for the channel. I'm going to say the poll. I think it's pretty clear that the two kind of winning categories for the lessons are pretty much talking about harmony and playing over changes or improvising. So I'll have a little think about what we could do about that. It'd be good to know what you guys already know, what you guys kind of struggle with regards to that, what you'd like to know. Some people mentioned about looking at kind of harmony and famous songs and things like that. We could easily do that. Also, I mean, with improvising and playing over changes, you've got the whole spectrum of you know, kind of rock right up to jazz. Of course, I'm not a jazz guitarist, but I have dabbled. So that sort of stuff, you can let us know. What the sort of things, you know, a lot of people, particularly if they're coming from a rock background, it's usually getting into more involved harmony with Lydian dominant sounds or whatever, you know. It's getting into that kind of, those sort of flavours. So that sort of stuff. So let us know. We'll see if we can get some of those lessons coming onto the channel. But as usual, you know, I'll be working on a Master That solo as well. I need to spend a bit of time to work on that. Should be fun doing that and the Fuzz Universe, but we'll see. But yeah, let us know, guys. So hope you have a good rest of the day, and I will hopefully see you soon.